If you are a print-on-demand seller still selling generic best dad ever t-shirts and wondering why nothing's converting, it's because everyone is. The sellers actually making real sales this Father's Day aren't selling to dads. They're selling to one specific dad. Today I'm going to show you 5 specific dads buying POD right now and the exact gelato product each one of them buys. Every dad you know is one of these 5. Let's get into it. Quick heads up before we start. This video is in partnership with Gelato, but I'm covering these 5 dads because they're actually buyers I'm seeing convert on Etsy and Amazon for Father's Day right now. Nothing in here is fluff. If you're new here, my name is RJ Martinez. I post POD content every single week, niche research, real sales breakdowns, and the strategies I'm using right now. So make sure you smash that like button and hit subscribe with notification bells on. Let's get into it. The dad that loves to barbecue, and you know that he has, several different techniques to, do different grill, from smoking to a regular barbecue grill. My grandpa personally, he loves to smoke his meat. He loves to use the air fryer. He loves to do propane, and then every once in a while we'll do some charcoal grill. He enjoys cooking and having fun in different ways and different techniques and different seasonings. Okay, so the first thing I'm thinking about is like when I come over here, I'm just typing in something general, right, into Etsy, barbecue. And we're seeing shirts, look at this one here, warning, barbecue in progress. When you see something like this, 241 sales with a 1 month listing age, and we're going to go over a few different ideas here, right? Because you're going to see okay, that this is definitely working. It's been up for a month and it has this many sales. This means this is crushing it right here and making a ton of sales. It's crazy, right? Come over here and I've seen something like this. I've seen something like a TikTok video doing a hot dog weenie stand, and they're just having fun with this idea, and you can see the concept, how they grilling the hot dogs. Okay, and then if you go down more, you're seeing look at this, these custom cutting boards right here, which are really cool. Especially I can see how they all set up, how they have it. Now paying attention to that too, you can see how they're doing with the mock-up, especially if you're selling over here on Etsy, or just even thinking about running your own Facebook ads to your own website or anything like that. This is very powerful right here, because for Father's Day, this is going to work really good. I'm pretty sure it's getting a lot of clicks, because you can tell 5 months old, 73 sales. That's powerful right there. And then a daddy's grilling plate, so a custom grilling plate, which is really cool. You're seeing I'll be in the backyard. Any type of whiskey glasses, I think that would work really good too. Look at the rubs, and we went over some of the stuff seasonings, rubs. I think all that will work. And there goes that goose too, by the way. The goose and Father's Day, and I can see that working really good too as well. Here's another one, grill father. But there's a ton of really good stuff here. And as I'm looking at this, I'm just thinking about stuff when they're barbecuing. So they're either wearing an apron, shirt, hat. I think a trucker hat would work really good. Now, when I came over here, I typed in trucker hats, and these are crushing it too right now. 13 months, 18 months, 24 months, sales, 11 sales, 50, 52, 45. Now they're doing customized hats. Look at this one right here for the wife to wear. Put it on my husband's tab. That's a funny one, right? Now we're just going down this whole rabbit hole of different customized hats that you can possibly do. My old lady will kill you. Okay, 2 months old, 72 sales. That's pretty solid right there. And then look at golfing too. I think something like that will work really good. But I feel trucking, I think as far as the trucker hats, I think it's something like this. If you create if you can see how they created something a saying over here like this, you can definitely, there's room over here where you can potentially create a bestseller. There's a few different ideas that you can do here, but I wanted to just go over this persona to give you an idea. For the first one is a grilling dad. Now, but I just want you to think about the different apparels and different things that he's wearing. Okay. Now I'm going to show you print provider that can help you as far as, every single product I'm going to share with you. I'm going to show you, a different product idea that you can actually create. You can actually put, you can have it printed and shipped to the customer, where you don't have to worry about, that holding the inventory on your end. You're more focused on the marketing, putting it up and marketing it to your customer and creating the design, and they handle all the printing and shipping for you. It's called Gelato. Okay, the Gelato print on demand, gelato.com. And it's pretty cool because they connect to a few different business: Shopify, WooCommerce, Wix, Etsy, TikTok Shop, Amazon. There is a few other ones too as well. Come over here, and there's Squarespace, BigCommerce. So there's quite a few things you can do. So when the order comes in, they print and ship it to the customer. You take care of the customer service and obviously the marketing side of things. Now you come over here, look at their big catalog. They have a huge catalog in the back end over here. Okay, so we're looking at some beanies, trucker hats, snapbacks, and dad hats. You can see, let me click on this. Okay, when you click on the trucker hats, it's showing you different concept: trucker retro trucker cap flex fit, and there's a few different ones that you can choose from here. But let's go ahead and let's click on this one, and it's showing you that trending tab, 20% plus increase this week, and you can do an embroidery. Okay, and then it shows you all the different colors here, which is really cool. All right, so I think this is a really cool idea. This is a real cool concept, as far as this would be a good product to sell, and sell it to your customer, as far as creating something custom like this. And I think a trucker hat will work really good for the grill general, the dad that loves to grill and cook, cook for the family and stuff. I think that would be a really good one. Now I went over here into Ideogram AI and generated a design. I kept it really simple. I wanted to test this out because I was basically talking into the software that I have to help me generate this type of design. It's called Whisper. I just talked into it. I just wanted to test it out and see what it would come up with. And then this is going to be a design for a trucker hat. So go ahead and create a cool design for Father's Day with the saying, "My wife says I have a grilling problem. The grill says we are fine. Make it into a 1 to 2 color design." And this is what it created. Okay, my wife says I have a grilling problem. The grill says we are fine. That's a pretty solid one. Okay, something like this, you can actually put it on the trucker hat. And I think that my wife says I have a grilling problem. The grill says we are fine. That's a solid one too. Now, obviously, you're checking, making sure the spelling's correct, but I just wanted to show you like the different design angles that can be done here when it comes to this. But some of these ones right here, I would probably go in a little bit. I don't think it'll fit like a trucker hat. I feel like this would be more like a t-shirt design. I feel like this one was my favorite, the most favorite one right here. My wife says I have a grilling problem. The grill says we are fine. This is a solid one that it created. But yeah, this is an image generator. Really cool, really solid. I think when it comes to something like this, leveraging AI to help you come up with inspiration or design concepts, it's a very powerful way to get an idea of like how you're going to create the design, or just different concepts and different ideas. Let's move on to the next persona. So the next persona is going to be the lawn care lieutenant. So like the lawn dad. Yeah, there's always that one dad that wants the best looking front yard. To be honest with you, I know someone in my family, which is my girlfriend's dad. He has one of these the lawnmowers like this, and he always cuts the front yard. Then he goes and cuts his mom's front yard, his sister's front yard. He enjoys cutting the grass and helping out, the family with yard work. And my uncle too, growing up, always used to take care of my great grandma, and he used to cut her grass all the time, and he never wanted nothing, which is a really, I can get more into that. He never wanted nothing, but he always took care of her, and she loved him for that, like very much. She always talked about him, which is really cool. There's very passionate people out there that enjoy cutting the grass. Me? No, I'm not. I won't do that, right? That's just me though. And you may be watching this. You can relate to this, or you have someone in your family that knows this, and you're gonna buy, your dad or your father-in-law or your grandpa or uncle or something. Someone in your family can enjoy something like this. So father mows best. Father mows best. You can see that's seems like a popular saying. And then there's, how they mix it up. There's different types of lawnmowers out there. Coming down here, you're just looking at the different ideas, the different concepts. I'll be in the backyard. This one right here, we've seen this one in the barbecue. Apply it to the barbecue niche. You can apply it to this niche, it seems like too. Papa mows best. Father mows best. Off to mow. You can see there goes that the goose again. They're trying to make it work and testing it out in the niche. What happens? Lawn legend. Father mows best. When I'm seeing something like this, the first thing I'm thinking about, there's obviously shirts, but hoodies too. I think this would be a very strong idea as far as doing like a hoodie. Okay, this would be a great idea, especially if your father, your uncle, they enjoy cutting the grass and getting it done in the morning when it's a little bit cooler, right? So like getting a premium style hoodie that they can wear when it's like before it gets hot outside. Most people want to cut the grass before the sun comes up, or even if the sun comes up. It's like, say it's during the winter time, okay, and it's always cold. It's cold in the morning, and they want to cut the grass if it ain't snowing, or even in the summertime where it's hot during the day but it's cold during the morning, right? And I think a hoodie would work really good. So there's over here at Gelato, they have quite a few different types of hoodies. Okay, there's unisex, there's women's hoodies, and there's like the lighter hoodies. But like this one right here seems to be like a classic unisex pullover hoodie, Gildan. Okay, and then they have like more of like the premium style hoodies, were a little bit more heavier too as well down here. But let's say for example like this one, each one's gonna have different colors. You can see that too. So the different color, black hoodie, ash, there's orchid, there's heather colors over here. There's quite a few different colors here, different sizes from small all the way to 5X. This is a really good idea as far as the hoodie. And then honestly, just researching and looking at, how you're going to sell this type of like a hoodie to your customers on whatever platform you're selling on. Okay. Just understanding, researching the pricing too is one thing that you can do when it comes to certain ideas and concepts, and, trying to wiggle in how much profit you're going to make per items sold. All right, so I came over here into Ideogram AI and went ahead. Father Mo's best. Father Mo's best. You can see the different ideas and the different concepts here. Father Mo's best. Father Mo's best. You know, you want to be careful too, like using anything like a John Deere. This is just an example to show you the design that it can create. You want to be very careful with using anything like a John Deere. The lawnmower is a John Deere style. No, so we'll just put this wheels, and then keep in mind too. So cap with this says dad. You can mix little things like this, mixing up, you know, the different saying, like the saying on it, anything like that. You can definitely do that. Father most best. Let's say if you want to just switch it to dad, right? And then you want to put that word father. You can do something like that, right? You can just mess around. You can, and then even like changing like the lawnmower, like to like instead of like green, you can do it to like a red, making sure that you're double checking for trademarks and copyrights, because that's one thing when you're doing something like this, you don't want to be infringing, because creating the designs, you want to get no hits or strikes or takedown notices, anything like that. So come over here. See how I switch it up. Dad Mo's best. Dad Mo's best. Or however you call your father, your grandpa. That's one thing, like your grandpa, your dad, however you call him, whatever you call him, it'll be a good idea for this type of design. So you can see what I did is switched up the actual prompt idea and messed around with it. And then if you're changing the color of the hat too, you can definitely do that too as well. So just thinking of different ideas, different concepts in a way that you can create something unique and different from everyone else. That's one way to do it and get into a niche with a lot of competition. The next persona is going to be a cool dad. Do you want to think about like the dad that's always with the trends with the kids, or like on TikTok, you know what I mean? I'm just thinking of like a cool dad that just, you know, uses all the slang words, you know, follows TikTok, tries to have fun and, you know, have fun with the kids and have a good time and make them laugh and be their friends, you know what I mean? So think like something like this. You can see, so like a Dadzilla, best dad ever. This is a cool one with the kids. And I think something like this would be really good. Fishing, you think of hobbies, like what hobbies does this done? Like this one right here, doing dad shit right here. We've seen some of this for Father's Day last year that was taking off. The skeleton and the dad on the phone, or, you know, dad tax, something like that. That's part of like that cool dad, you know, trend. Cool Dads Club. Now we're seeing some of the keywords because I just kept it general, just typed in cool dad. I just wanted to see what popped up. A dad A base, keep all my dad jokes inside. So certain dad jokes, right? That can work really good. Real cool, because fishing. Thinking about like what your cool dad is doing. Look at this, was a cool one. Dad Bank, open 24/7, fast cash, no credit check, same day loans, 0% interest on loans. All right. Fatherhood is kingdom work. Now look at this one. 200. This is one of those ones that are just crushing it right now. Christian dad fatherhood, 241. Now make sure that you always double check for trademarks and copyrights. That's very important. 1 month old is taking off. Now you're seeing this right here. Let's go ahead and open this up real fast. You're seeing something like the 20 add to carts. So come over here to unisex. Let's say extra large. Pick your color, right? So it's going to be 1787, 20 added carts, charging $5.62 for shipping, right? So that's, what is that, like $23 a shirt, right? After everything, $23 a shirt. When you see something like this, they're charging 23. Now we come back over here. They're selling 241. So that one shirt is probably making them, let's be realistic here, easily over $800 in the next coming months. Okay, now and it gets closer and closer to Father's Day. Okay, this may even be just one of those evergreen designs that still crush. Just want you to be aware of that. So understanding and seeing something like this and finding something that's trending, making a good amount of sales, and the listing age is listing 1 month old and it's crushing like that, that means there's a big demand for that. And we've seen this right here in the barbecue niche, and it's over here populating over here. There's no sales over here according to Everbee, but something like this one is crushing it. This one's doing pretty good too, but 1 month to that ratio is something that I look for when I'm doing research. So that's a very big one. And it's over here too as well. Over here, I just typed in, you know, dad, just kept it very general. You can see one of the, you know, some of these popular ones that are doing good. We're seeing some of those over there, but this one right here is probably one of those ones that's crushed here. What I would do, you can definitely do, just think of different concepts, different ideas. But what I'm thinking about is just like the soft premium style design, which would be like a comfort colors right here. Okay. Now you can do something depending on you. There's a ton of different shirts over here on Gelato that are really cool that you can definitely link into your Etsy or Amazon or even your own website. But I think like something like a premium comfort shirt like this would definitely work really well. Okay. Now, obviously, you know, you're looking at the price point and the profit, you know, but if you go with something like a Gildan, you know, 6,400 or it's 5,000, you can see something like that, but aiming more towards the premium style comfort colors seems to be that one premium design that's crushing it right now. premium style shirt that's crushing it. Something like that would be really good. Okay, so I came into Ideogram, Raising Warriors, Not Warriors. You can see the design that I did there. Raising Warriors, Not Warriors. This is the prompt that I put in to create this style design. So you can see, when it comes to something like this, looking at, understanding it, leveraging AI too is going to be your best friend here when it comes to stuff like this. So you see something that's doing good like this, like what else can you create? We know that's a bestseller. We know that's crushing it. We know it has 20 add to carts. So it came up with this idea. Next one is the next persona is the Fix It Dad. I think this is going to cover, like you can see some of the keywords up here: handyman, mechanic, lawn care. There's quite a few. I'm thinking about plumber. And then this all ties into like Father's Day. Okay. You're seeing a lot of this, a lot of the keywords here. And this is going to be like that, the dad that like a lot of how-to videos, like on his YouTube history, he's like learning how to fix this, or want to change the radiator, or wants to change out the toilet, wants to change out the sink and do it himself. Like this dad is that dad that's probably going to wear this shirt or use that product every single day, okay, for the next 10 years, okay? So think about it like that too. These people are looking for gifts to buy for that dad, or for that uncle, for that stepdad, for that grandpa, that handyman person. And the first thing I'm thinking about is just come down, you can see dad, how they do with all the tools. That's one way, that's one thing right there. Fixer of everything, something like that would be really good. Papa, if he can't fix it, no one can. Let's go down. I fix that's what I do. If dad can't fix it, no one can. If dad can't fix it, we are all screwed. So different ideas. Mr. Fix It, Papa can fix it. This seems to be a solid one right here. That's been up for years, crushing it over there. Handy Dad, Fix It, Broke It, I helped. There's another one too. So I just think about just different ideas. And then the next one I was thinking about too, leftover parts, proof I made it better, was like a plumber, like a plumber dad. You can see that Father's Day is popping out with these keywords too. Off to fix pipes. Some certain things like this. I think these would be just a really tiny plumber. Husband, dad, plumber, legend. Something like that would be pretty cool. Look at there goes that goose again. That silly goose. He's doing all the dad stuff, the handyman stuff right here. So I think this would be a really good idea as far as, come up with different concepts. Now, when it comes to anything over here, the first thing I was thinking about is coffee mugs. Okay. I think it's would be a real cool one. I can see your dad, before he gets up in the morning, he likes to drink coffee. You want to buy him a coffee mug because he enjoys drinking his coffee, but putting like a cool saying on it to make him happy. Let him know that you can just do a few different things here. Let him know that he loves fixing things, or you appreciate him. Any of those, like the kind of mixing those two concepts together, thinking of something like that. I think that will work really good for a dad. How you're targeting him for Father's Day, or targeting that person to make them make a purchase. So, you can make that first sale. I think this would be a really good idea. And look at any of these coffee mugs, different color coffee mugs here. You can see how they're doing, just different pictures, anything like that will work really good. But I think coffee mug would be a solid idea. Okay, so the design idea, it's not broken. I just haven't fixed it yet, Dad. He says a power drill hand right there. It's not broken, Dad. I just haven't fixed it yet. That could work too. It's not broken. I just haven't fixed it yet, Dad. It's not broken, Dad. I just haven't fixed it yet. The idea. So I think just right here, let's just try it without it, see what we get. And I'm just editing the prompt here. This is the prompt that I actually put in here. One of the coolest features too on the back end, like if you take any design over here in Ideogram, you can have it describe it, and then it will describe the actual design, and then you can edit the design as you please. So for example, let's say like this one, for example, you can come over here and bring it over here. So I'll just screenshot this, and then say you like the layout and the concept, and you hit describe. And then you hit, there it goes, and then describe the whole design for you. And then you can edit as you please into the prompt right here. And then that's one way to create unique design ideas. A very powerful way to do that. Okay, so this is what it created. It's not broken. It's not broken. I just haven't fixed it yet. So that's a good one. Okay, if you don't like having dad in there, it's not broken, just haven't fixed it yet. Solid one. Okay, let's move on to the next persona. So the fifth and final one is going to be the sentimental dad. The dad became a father for the first time, right? His whole life changed. He's more of like, sentimental when it comes to anything, and it's softer side, right? And it happens to a lot of us. Just recently had a baby girl, and things change, and different lives change, and things are definitely different, and more responsibilities for sure, more pressure that comes with that, stress and all that stuff. But learning how to adapt to everything, it makes you a better person, and understanding that and being a little bit more affectionate and showing your love even more than what you're already doing in the world, it just makes you a better person. So, with that being said, you can see you can't tell me what to do. You're not my granddaughter. This is a solid one. Now, I want you, because this is good too, because we've talked about, my grandpa throughout this whole video, certain things that he does. And then I feel like this right here and me giving him a new granddaughter in this world, right? The connection there has made our bond a little stronger. Now, with that being said, it's not just Father's Day. Father's Day applies to, your grandfather too as well. And even if you have a great grandfather too, uncles, cousins, people that you admire as them being a father, stuff like this can work really good. That's a solid one. 24 months, 30 sales already. This one right here, we've seen this one. I'm not sure why it's not popping up. Let me refresh it real fast. Okay, it says popular, but it has no sales. That's interesting. Maybe there's like a little bit of a glitch here. This one right here, the father and the baby matching outfits. Pretty cool. And then the way they did Papa, and it says Noah, established 2026. Husband, dad, fatherhood is kingdom work. Tape measure, that's solid. Trucker hat right there. Custom mouse pad, that's solid. So there's some really cool stuff in here. So that's another one too. So think of like, I'm looking at like office. I'm seeing some office stuff, right? Stuff that you can put on the desk, stuff that you can cook with shirts. There's quite a few things that you can cover here. I'm not the little tee where you put the golf ball on when you hit the ball, right? Tumblers. I'm seeing more mouse pad stuff. Look at right here, like a custom pen holder. This is solid. I've seen a few people selling these and doing 3D printing with these right here. This style right here, which is really solid. See, this is what I was talking about earlier. Something custom like this for a whiskey glass or drinking glass. This would be a really solid one too. Look at 61 months, 75 sales. That's solid. That's a solid one right there. That's what I was trying to look for earlier, and we found it right now. I think there's different ideas, different concepts. Now, when it comes to something like this custom wall art, you do like special family moments, all the kids, you do different things that can be done right here. I think this is very powerful, having something up like this and putting it as I've created personally a few of these myself, and I have them up on my wall right now, and I created it personally for special people in my family because I've seen how the prints come out and how they look over here on Gelato, and I'm like, these are really cool. I'm going to make a few of these for family members because I know that they're going to love them, and they do love them. So I've personally tested out these, pretty much a lot of the products that I've tested out, shared with you. Most of the products on here I've tested already, but like this one here in particular, I've ordered quite a few of these, and these are probably like the closest things to t-shirts that I've tested out right here. So these are really solid. If you're thinking about doing something like this or creating something like this or selling this to someone, or even just getting it as a gift to test out, I highly recommend this. My affiliate link to Gelato, if you're going to use it, and you get a 30% off down below in the description for your first order. So check that out. So this is really solid, and you can definitely do some customization back here on the back end of Gelato. All right, so the design concept, they call me Dad, the best name I've been given. Customization, you can see Sophie, Jack, and Barbara. Next one, they call me Dad, the best name I've been given. Sophie, Jack, and Barbara. Same thing here. They call me Dad. The best name I've been given, Sophie, Jack, and Dan. Pretty cool one, right? You can mix that around however you like it. Just an idea, showcase it with you. This is the prompt that I put in right there, okay, to create that design. So really cool concept. You can definitely do some different ideas right there, but just mixing it up to come into different concepts. You can do that. Just screenshot this right here on the screen, and then plug it into your AI and mix it up and see what different ideas and different concepts you come up with. But I think this is a really solid one. You can see how you mix it in just by adding the kids' names on the bottom, right? So pretty cool. And if you got value out of this video, make sure you smash that like button because it helps me create more content like this and push it into the algorithm. And that's it. 5 dads, 5 Gelato products, 5 real niches you can start selling in today. All trademark safe. The Grill General, the Lawn Care Lieutenant, the Cool Dad, the Fix It Dad. Every dad you know is one of these 5. Which one did I miss? Drop it in the comments and I'll feature the best ones in the next week's video. If you want to try Gelato, my affiliate link is going to be down below in the description. Supports the channel, doesn't cost you anything extra. If this video saved you time or showed you something new, make sure you smash that like button. And if you're new here, I post POD content every single week. Subscribe so you don't miss the next one. If you want to see how you connect Gelato to your TikTok shop, watch this video right here next. Thank you very much for watching. Peace out.